This sprint was a lot of fun. I'm not going to record the whole sprint because I ended up getting dropped, and there's no need in me recording a bunch of me riding looking at an empty road. The guy in a Les-Amis kit, I'm sorry I don't know his name, he kind of went off the front there in the very beginning, and we were moving on at a pretty good pace. Very slow, I should say. Then coming around our left, you will see some Land Rover guys will be coming. I guess they decided to go up and make it a group. I was pretty tired by this point. There they go. And I contemplated not participating at all in the sprint, but decided it would be worth it to get some video, depending on how things played out. And I thought it would be safe to sit here. Then I noticed Andy Baker going off and some other riders that I figured would be pretty strong, and if they did get a break, it would be over. So I tried to wait and see what would happen. Trying to conserve as much as possible if I could. But coming up about here, I realized that things were going to get out of hand pretty fast. Hoping the guys in front of me would begin to make a move. But I realized the Carolina Triathlon guy probably was not going to do anything, so I decided it was now or never, and I decided to bridge. This was really my first mistake, though really if I didn't do this, there wouldn't have been any chance at all. So as I was crossing, I was just praying that once I got there they would ease up. And it actually appeared as though they had eased up at first. But then they started accelerating again. So we've got Andy Baker, I believe that's Jim Cunningham right there in front of me. There's the guy in the Les-Amis kit that I'm not sure who he is. And here's where I made another mistake, I guess. I probably should have just sat on the back, but that's just not me, I guess. So I went up to do my share in the pace line, hoping that it would very quickly be handed over to somebody else, which it was. Hey, there's my echelon guy. And he's pedaling. I was enjoying this because things had eased up a bit. At least I was on the back, and it seemed as though the pace line was beginning to fall apart. So I wouldn't have to go back up there again. By this time we're starting to climb a little bit. The legs are not feeling nearly as good. Here's an acceleration that this is when I really first started feeling as though it just wasn't going to happen. They eased up a bit when it looks like Andy and Jim went off the front. So I thought, hey, I can at least hang with these guys and maybe even get a third place out of this. Unfortunately, not too long after this, when they accelerated right about here, I tried to go with them and my legs just were done. We're talking about painful. So off they went. Then several minutes later, I happen to come across the sprint zone. I think that's the line that would have ended the sprint, because up here in just a moment we'll be making a turn to the right. As I was making this turn to the right, the rest of the group caught me and dumped me. But hey, that was probably some of the most fun I've had.